The Boston Red Sox aren't just losing games, they're falling apart from the inside. A shocking mass firing, players left in the dark, and then Cora does the unthinkable. He says he's happy it happened. So what's really going on behind closed doors in Boston right now? Because what just happened in Boston might only be the beginning. The Boston Red Sox aren't just off to a bad start, they're unraveling in a way nobody saw coming. Despite dropping 17 runs in one game, they're still sitting below .500, buried in the standings and already chasing their biggest rivals. But the real story isn't just the losses, it's what's happening behind the scenes. A sudden mass firing shocks the entire organization, players are left completely in the dark, and then Cora breaks the internet by saying he's actually happy he's gone. That's not normal, so what is Boston hiding right now? And if you think the record is bad, what happened next made it even worse. But here, where this story takes a turn nobody expected. Firing a manager is one thing, but wiping out nearly the entire coaching staff overnight, right after one of your best offensive games of the season, that doesn't just raise questions, it raises serious red flags. Something deeper was clearly happening behind closed doors, something fans weren't supposed to see. And the way it all unfolded only made it more suspicious, because just hours later, Cora didn't stay silent. He started posting, and what he shared made this situation feel even more bizarre. But this is where everything completely flips. You'd expect silence, frustration, maybe even anger after being fired. Instead, Cora looked almost relieved. Smiling photos, cryptic posts, even subtle shots at the organization, it didn't feel like someone who just lost his job. It felt like someone who escaped something. And around the league, that reaction didn't just confuse people, it sparked serious speculation. Because managers don't act like this unless there's more going on beneath the surface. And if Cora was truly happy to be out, then what exactly was happening inside that clubhouse? But somehow it gets even worse from here. The viral bus image wasn't just a bad look, it exposed something much deeper. Reports started coming out that some players from the Boston Red Sox didn't even hear about the firings from the team. They found out the same way fans did on social media. Let that sink in. No meeting, no explanation, no warning, just chaos. And in a sport where clubhouse trust is everything, that kind of disconnect can destroy a team fast. But what the players said next made it clear this wasn't just miscommunication, it was something much bigger. And this is where the tension really starts to boil over. Players from the Boston Red Sox weren't just confused, they were completely shut out. No questions allowed, no real explanations given. Garrett Whitlock made it clear, just play baseball and stay quiet. That's not leadership, that's a disconnect. And when a clubhouse starts feeling unheard, things can spiral fast. Because this isn't just about wins and losses anymore, it's about trust. And once that's gone, it's almost impossible to get back. But then, one insider dropped a quote that perfectly exposed how bad things really are. And that viral quote didn't just sound harsh, it felt accurate. Because if this situation really is like changing your shirt after messing up your pants, then the Boston Red Sox didn't fix anything, they just covered it up. Firing coaches might look like action, but it doesn't solve the real problem. And around the league, people are starting to notice. The blame is slowly shifting away from the dugout and toward the front office. Which raises a much bigger question: if the real issue is higher up, then who's actually going to be held accountable for this mess? And now the spotlight is shifting where Boston didn't want it. If the Boston Red Sox front office is the real problem, then this isn't a quick fix, it's a long-term crisis. Because if leadership is broken at the top, what happens next could change everything. Firing Cora didn't solve anything, it may have exposed everything. The Boston Red Sox don't just have a performance issue, they have a leadership crisis. And if that disconnect keeps growing, this won't be a slump, it could be the start of a complete organizational collapse.